Andrew, we are here in Hamburg.
Yeah.
Tell me something about this European tour of Wolfmother to the new album.
Well, we started off in Dublin, made our way from Glasgow through to London, then went to Cologne, I think, which was a fantastic show. One of the best crowds we've had on this whole album cycle. And we made our way back, I think, to Paris, Brussels, Wiesbaden, and Tilburg last night. It's fantastic, great crowds.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it a difference between playing in the US, in Australia, in Europe? Are there differences in the audience, in the reactions of the audience?
Yeah, I think, well, the album came out in February, so I think we've had like a couple of months for the record to kind of sink in a bit. So the crowds in Europe and the UK seem to really know the record a bit better, whereas in the States we kind of, it's fantastic crowds, in the States along the East Coast, but I think they've had a bit more time to listen to the record.
Right.
Yeah.
And is there a difference in the mentality of the people as well? I mean, do you play different songs in different territories?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's like in Amsterdam. It feels like they want a high energy, upbeat kind of rock show. Like they want to have fun. It's like a fun show. So I dropped, I think, Mind's Eye, or we put in Love Train instead of Pretty Peggy. So we went for more of the upbeat kind of songs. And other songs you can tell, like we played like Pretty Peggy, and there's like, people loving it, singing along. So I think in Europe and the UK the crowds are very vocal. Like I think maybe it's like a sports thing, like soccer or something. They're used to like singing along. In America they you get some amazing mosh pits and great, you can get some incredible crowds in America as well, but here in Europe and the UK it feels like a very loud vocal audience. Yeah.
What is easier for the band?
Well, it's easier when the crowd is giving you lots of energy,
Right.
Yeah, when they're kind of, the more extroverted the crowd is, that's singing along to all the songs, it gets more out of the band. We kind of give more back, but in saying that, the more introverted crowds, I don't let that bother me either, because I have a few friends who said like they can be loving a show and just stand there expressionless. Sometimes people are really enjoying it, but they don't show it. So I don't let. I know that they're enjoying it in their own way.
I mean, for an experienced band as Wolfmother, the crowd has still an impact on the band during a show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's a two-way street. Like of course we've written the songs. We know what we're gonna do. That's all planned out, but there's some kind of magical thing that happens with different crowds that can affect the performance, every time.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, do you play with the click track? Do you play every song in the same tempo and the same vibe, or
No.
it differs from night to night?
We don't play with the click track, but I sort of know the tempos are just built in, so I know if it's too fast or too slow. I just have a good knack for tempos, and I think the other guys kind of, they get it too, like after a fair bit of touring, we've been on the road for 3 months or something, I think everyone kind of knows the tempos, Yeah.
I've been there when the soundcheck started, and I wondered if a band needs a soundcheck just for soundcheck, or even for getting the right vibe for the stage, getting the right vibe for the venue, getting the right for the night. How is it in your case?
Well, yeah, we have a great crew who kind of know how loud we want everything and what we want in our monitors, so they can generally get it right as soon as we walk on, But we've been doing 3 or 4 songs at soundcheck every single day of the whole tour, and it's good just to warm up, I guess. But today I just went and had lunch with my wife and daughter, and
right. They are with you on the whole tour?
Really? Yeah.
You bring your wife and your daughter on the whole tour?
Yeah. So
it's vacation for them?
Vacation for them, they're loving it.
Yeah.
It's probably good Junie's not here, otherwise she'd be getting into all these chocolates.
How old is she?
10?
Alright.
10, yeah. So she's on school holidays.
Oh, okay.
So she had a month off, but I think, we also do a bit of, what do they call it, homeschooling.
Mm-hmm.
So she just, what was her line? She said, she said, is Cologne in Australia? I learnt that in astronomy. I said, Cologne's in Germany, and you would learn that in geography. So she's learning a bit from being around us.
Right. Okay. Andrew, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.